Have you ever faced a chess opening that made you want to smash your desk? I certainly have. But trust me, I wasn't the only one losing my cool. Some openings have a way of getting under your skin. And today, we're ranking them, from the ones that'll make you scream to the ones that'll leave you scratching your head. Here's the tier list of the most annoying chess openings. It's not just the board that feels like it's against you. Some openings bring out the worst in your opponents. I've had my fair share of frustrating experiences, and I'm sure you have too. Let's dive into the chess openings that really grind my gears, ranking them from most annoying to least. And believe me, you'll want to stay for the ending. I've saved the worst for last. Oh, the London system. I can't help but laugh when I see this one. It's like a badge of honor for beginners. The kind of opening that feels more like a ritual than a strategy, played by players who know one line, and one line only. Don't get me wrong, it's solid if you're just starting out, but it's frustrating when you face it again and again, especially over the board. You know the type, right? They've played this line 1,000 times, and they never change it up. The trick, play a simple sideline, and watch them falter. But hey, don't get mad if you're a London player. It's actually a great opening for learning. Just maybe change it up a bit. Keep things interesting. Here's another one that gets me. The Kajan defense. These players will spend hours diving deep into theory, memorizing each move like they're preparing for battle. And I accept the exchange, and boom, it all falls apart. You'd think they'd be ready for this, but sometimes all that studying doesn't matter when you face someone who's just a step ahead. Not a bad opening, but it doesn't really annoy me. It's straightforward, and surprisingly, it's easy to dismantle. Still, you'd be amazed at how often they fall for a checkmate, right out of the gate. Now we're getting into dangerous territory. The Grobe. This one's a classic trickster's move. Your opponent sacrifices a pawn, tries to bait you into taking another, and bam, you lose your rook. Sounds like a disaster, right? Well, it would be if it weren't one of the most famous traps in the book. It's an opening that only works if you're caught off guard. But here's the thing. Everyone with at least a basic understanding of the game knows how to defend it. So to all the Grobe players out there, sorry, but this one's a joke for anyone who's seen it before. Bottom tier, for sure. Don't play it, unless you're at a beginner's level. Next up is the Italian game. Now don't get me wrong, it's a fun one to play against, but there's something at setting up the frayed liver attack that just never gets old. I love how most Italian game players have one plan and one plan only. If you fall for the trap, you're in deep trouble. But if you defend it properly, they have no idea what to do. It's like they studied for one test. But when the real challenge comes, they're completely flessed. I wouldn't exactly call it annoying. It's fun to play with really, but it deserves its place in the lower tiers. Now here's one that's a bit of a wild card. The Joe Biden London. You might think you've seen it all, but this one is in a league of its own. I've been both the one dishing out this opening and the one getting torched by it. And let me tell you, I found the secret to surviving it, but only by embracing the chaos. The trick, fall right into their trap. They'll bring both knights out, threatening your rook, but instead of panicking, I grab their bishop and pretend like I'm done. They think they've got the advantage, but little do they know, I'm setting them up for the perfect counterattack. This opening might annoy you if you raise it as an average player, but it's all part of the fun if you know what you're doing. I'm munted in B tier. Definitely a challenge, but not unmanageable. Here's one that always makes me chuckle. The Danish Gambit. At first glance, it seems like a gift. Your opponent gives up pawns left and right, and you're thinking, what's the catch? Well, there is a catch, and it's a big one. Sure, take the pawns, but if you're not careful, you're walking right into a trap. If you're not paying attention and you accept that second pawn offer, you might as well resign. It's a brutal position, and if you don't know the traps, you'll quickly be crushed. If you're smart and take the first pawn though, and then hit them with d5, you're in a strong position. But this one's tricky, so I'm placing it in B tier. The risks are high, but the rewards can be great if you handle it well.
The French defense. I can't stand this one. It's one of those openings that just makes me want to vomit.
If you don't know the theory behind it, you're in for a tough ride. But here's a little trick. Just play the exchange. Black doesn't want that. It messes with their whole strategy. It's a bit drawish, but if you're a better player, you'll come out on top. I'd say it's annoying, but not unbearable. Definitely one of the less frustrating openings in this list. So I'll put it in B tier. Now we're talking about one of the best openings White can play. The Royal Lopez. It's got everything, precision, depth, and most importantly, there's no real way to punish it. The worst part? It feels like you're just stuck playing endless theory. White has all the advantages, and Black is forced to ruin their queenside. Every move feels like it's been studied 1,000 times before. And let's be honest, when your opponent knows this line inside and out, you're already at a disadvantage. This one's an absolute pain to play against, and that's why it's going straight into O tier. The Scotch Gambit. Oh, this one is dirty. It starts like the Royal Lopez, but instead of developing the bishop, white plays d4 and suddenly black's position starts to fall apart. The thing is, if black doesn't know exactly how to respond, they're in trouble. If they play naturally, trying to protect their pawn, white will capitalize by threatening a devastating fork. The next thing you know, you've lost a bishop and the game is practically over. It's one of those openings that feels like it's designed to mess with you, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself on the losing end. It's definitely one of the more frustrating ones. So, I'm placing it in O tier. Next up is the Halloween Gambit. At first glance, it seems like a harmless opening, until you realize the trap is already set. White sacrifices a knight early, and black, thinking it's a mistake, gets lulled into a false sense of security. It's like playing against a chess version of a gotcha moment. You might think, oh, I've got this, but you'd be wrong. Defending this one is no easy feat. If you're not prepared, white will win so quickly you won't even know what hit you. The only saving grace here is that it's becoming more common to see people learning how to defend against it. But that doesn't make it any less frustrating when you're caught off guard. It still packs enough punch to land it in the A tier. The Queen's Gambit. If you see this one, you know you're up against someone who knows their stuff. This isn't just any opening. This is a test of endurance. A chess marathon. They know the theory inside and out, and you're just along for the ride. The best thing you can do, throw them off with the Albin counter gambit. But that's no easy feat. When they play the Queen's Gambit, it's a clear message. They're here to play, and they've got every move planned. The beauty of this opening is in its consistency. It's a classic, and if you're playing against a Queen's Gambit expert, you better be on your toes. This one is an S tier for a reason. Now we're getting into one of the most legendary openings in chess history, the Sicilian defense. I hate this one, and I love it at the same time. It's one of the best openings black can play because it increases their chances of winning. But for someone who's used to the Royal Lopez, it's a nightmare. Suddenly you're up against a defense that blocks all your favorite lines, forcing you to play out of your comfort zone. And to top it off, it's not even that common at lower levels. So, when you face it, you're left scrambling for a response. It's an opening that demands respect. For white players, it's frustrating to be thrown off balance. The Sicilian defense earns a spot in S tier, without a doubt. Last but definitely not least, the King's Gambit. This one is the definition of annoying. The thing with the King's Gambit is that it's not played often. So, when it is, it throws you off. You're caught off guard, trying to figure out whether to accept the gambit or not. But either way, you're in trouble. Most players haven't learned how to defend it properly, and if your opponent knows more theory than you, you'll be crushed. It's like a sudden shock to the system. You either learn how to defend it, or you get. I'm putting this one in S tier because, let's face it, if you're facing a well-prepared King's Gambit player, you've already lost before the first pawn is even moved. So, there you have it. The most annoying chess openings ranked from most to least frustrating. But here's the thing. Every opening is a challenge, and no matter how annoying they are, they're also part of what makes chess so exciting. Which openings make you lose your cool? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to watch the next MIVID to learn how to crush these openings like a pro.